Yes. All right, ready?
Yes, ma'am.
If this little girl doesn't stop.
Go on.
I know they're cute, but my gosh. Okay. Hello, lovies. It's Coach Ange and Life Coach Brandi Miles, and we are here with the magic. Look at this. We're almost done. It's day 22.
22, y'all.
Yep. So today is before your very eyes. So she starts out by saying, 7 years ago when I first discovered the secret and the magical power of gratitude, I made a list of all my desires. It was a long list. At that time, there seemed to be no possible way my desires could come true. Nevertheless, I took my top 10 desires and I carried them with me on a piece of paper every day. Whenever I had an opportunity, I would take out my list and read through it, giving as much gratitude for each desire as I could, as though I had received it. With my number one desire, the desire I wanted more than anything else, I kept it constantly in my mind, and I would say the magic words thank you for it multiple times a day and feel as if it had come true. One by one, every desire on my list magically appeared before my very eyes. As I received my desires, I would cross them off my list, and when I had new desires, I would add them to my list. One of my desires from my original long list was to travel to Bora Bora near Tahiti. Whew. After spending a beautiful week at the exact place in Bora Bora I had listed, another beautiful thing happened. I was flying to the mainland of Tahiti on my way home when the airplane stopped en route and picked up passengers. The flight had been empty, but it filled to the brim with native Tahitians and sudden laughter, smiling faces, and happiness that was palpable around me. As I enjoyed the short flight with these beautiful people, it became crystal clear to me that the reason why they were so happy, they were grateful. They were grateful to be alive, they were grateful to be on the airplane, they were grateful to be with each other, they were grateful for where they were going, they were grateful for everything. I could have stayed on that plane and traveled around the world with them. It felt so good to be with them. And then it struck me that I had just received my final desire. Bora Bora was the last desire on my original long list. And the reason I was on that plane was before my very eyes, gratitude.
Yep.
Wow.
That's beautiful. I read this. The first time I read this, it really didn't make sense to me. But this time that I've done it, like making that list and having it like in your purse and stuff like that all the time. And you know when you look in your purse and you see that piece of paper, and then when you take it out and you like read through the list, it stays in your mind all the time, just having that. She had that list for 4 years. If you read on with this, she had that list for 4 years, and she didn't complete all of it for 4 years. But she had that list in her purse and brought it with her all the time and pulled it out and read it. And I think it does a mindset with you too, for you to really like think of that, and by looking at it, look into the world to see where you can move forward to get to that desire. I thought it was pretty cool.
And then, so it took 4 years, but she also started, she said, to give you an idea of the enormousness of receiving all my desires in the 4 years, when I created my list, my company was at $2 million in debt, and I had 2 months before I'd be forced to shut it down, and I'd lose my home and everything I owned. The money I owed on my personal credit cards was a small fortune, and yet on my desire list was to own a big house overlooking the ocean, to travel to exotic places in the world, to have paid all my debts, expand my company, restore every relationship to the best it could be, improve the quality of my family's lives, and to be 100% healthy again and have unlimited energy and excitement for life along with the usual list of material things. And my number one desire, which seemed like an absolute impossibility to many of people around me, because think about it, like she was in complete debt at the time.
Yes.
But when she looked at that list and saw Bora Bora near Tahiti, she believed it, and she already felt gratitude for it happening. And that's like the key, because it's hard to feel gratitude for something that hasn't happened anyway. But then if it's not something that you don't believe is going to happen, then that's going to be really hard. So the first step is believing
that it's going to happen.
Yeah, and that you deserve it, that it can happen.
And I love all these desires that she has too. I was reading these desires and I was like, oh my God, these are all my desires that I have, you know? So,
right.
Yes, I'm going to make my long list and keep it in my purse so I can visually see what my desires are and get there.
Yeah, and they are desires that we both share, but they also do feel kind of way out there at first.
Yeah,
so,
they do.
But we both know from experience, the more you think about something, the more you picture it, the more you visualize it, the more connected to it you can become, and the more realistic it is.
But the thing about it is, 3-4 years ago, I never thought I'd be right here where I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so
oh my gosh,
just getting to that place and finally getting there because I put one foot in front of the other and took baby steps. I tell everybody all the time, I was a baby step and son of a gun, but look at me now.
I was waiting for you to finish that statement. I was waiting for you to finish that statement. So now it's your turn to use gratitude's magical power to make your desires appear before your very eyes. At the start of the day, take your top 10 desire list that you created. And remember, you can get the list from the chapter. Read through each sentence and desire on your list. And for 1 minute, imagine or visualize that you have received your desire. Feel as much gratitude as you can, as if you have it now. Carry your desire list with you today in your pocket. On at least 2 occasions in the day, take out your list, read through it, and feel as much gratitude for each one as you can, as though you've received it.
Yes.
If you want your desires to come more quickly, I would highly recommend that you carry your desire list with you in your wallet or purse from this day forward. And whenever you have time, open it up, read through it, and feel as much gratitude as you can for each one. When your desires appear before your very eyes, cross them off your list and add more. If you're like me, each time you cross a desire off your list, you will be in tears of joy because what seemed impossible was made possible through the magical power of gratitude.
Yes. Okay, so the steps that you're going to do is count your blessings, make a list of the 10 blessings, write why you're grateful, reread the list, and at the end of the blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for the blessing as you can. Second is, at the start of the day, take a top 10 desire list that you created. Number 3 is read through each sentence and desire on your list, and for 1 minute, imagine and visualize that you have received your desire. Feel as much gratitude as you can. Number 4 is to carry your desired list with you today in your pocket. At least 2 occasions in the day, take out the list, read through it, feel as much gratitude as you can for it. And then last but not least, just before bed, hold on to your magic rock in your hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened to you during that day.
Woohoo.
I love it.
Love it.
Okay, y'all, we are finished with this. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out.